everyone, my name is Abhyuday and I'm a brand new booktuber. No? Not as excited as me? Cool. Now what you may not know, since we've only known each other a few seconds, is that I love books. And also, damn, cleaning this up is gonna take a long time. Jeez, tough crowd. Anyways, one day I was reading a book and I thought that I should make a summary on it and give a review. So, I made it. This is it. You can watch it. No one? Still? Nothing? Never mind. Let's get on the first book. This book is going to be The Eye of the World. This book is the first book from the series The Wheel of Time, written by the late Robert Jordan. May his soul rest in peace. This is a fantasy series, and in my opinion, this is one of the best book series out there. Now the book I'm going to review is the book that started the Wheel of Time series. This is the book that introduced me to such a great world of characters and this amazing story. So now let's get into it. First off, a few warnings. I am going to be giving a complete summary of the book, so if you don't want that and you want to jump straight into the review, just click on one of the chapters below. I will make that for sure. I'll keep it in the video and you can just click on it and jump straight to the review. Also, the summary will contain minor spoilers. Don't worry, I will redact anything major. So if you don't want even minor spoilers, I suggest you jump straight to the review or you can leave. I'm sorry, that's just how it works. So first off, I'm gonna start by giving you some basics about this universe, without which you might find the review, the summary, and the story kind of confusing. So let's get into it. I say that a lot, don't I? Anyways, so the pattern, as they call it, is what weaves the Wheel of Time. Get it? The title is Wheel of Time. Okay. So, and it also weaves all the people inside of it. It basically writes their story and their destiny. And then there are these people known as Tavern, who can change the pattern. They can alter it. And depending on how strong of a Tavern they are, that can cause some major change. We can finally get into the story. Oh boy, this is happening. Come on, calm down, calm down. Okay, so the book starts in Emmons Field and let's meet our protagonists. The first protagonist is Randall Thor. This guy, he is a sheep herder and he is the son of Tam Althor. Next up, we have Matrim Cawthon, generally known as Matt. He is a farmer and he also lives in, surprise, surprise, Emmons Field, like Rand Althor. Then there is our final protagonist, Perrin Abara. He is a blacksmith and he is also a tavern just like Matt and Rand. Now something I must probably tell you. Taverns are extremely rare. They come along once in ever. And it is very strange that 3 of these taverns exist at the same time, let alone them being found at the same place, and it is practically unheard of for them to be of similar ages. So, there's a lot of strangeness going around. That's all on our main 3 for now, and let's move on to a few very important supporting characters. So first off, we have Egwene Alvear. She is a very stubborn girl from Emmons Field and she is a friend of our protagonist. For the basics, we can finally start with the story. So one winter night, 2 travelers arrive in Emmons Field, one of whose is known as Moiraine. She is an Aes Sedai. For those of you unfamiliar with the term Aes Sedai, they are people who can channel the One Power, and the One Power is the magic system in this series. She arrives with Lan Al Mandragoran. I think I said his name right. I always kind of say it wrong. I find it pretty confusing. He is a warder, and warders are basically night type people who protect the Aes Sedai, and they are bonded to them for life. Not that the Aes Sedai needs protecting. Trust me, these guys are very strong. After their arrival, the village is attacked by Trollocs and Myrddraal, during which Rand's father is severely wounded. He is then healed by Moiraine, and when he gains consciousness, he deliriously mumbles. Since Moiraine can sense taverns, this is a talent that you sometimes get by channeling the One Power. So now since she can sense tavern, she senses that the 3 boys are tavern and she figures out that the attack was meant for them. So her, along with Egwene Alvear, who she believes can channel, set out for a quest to find answers as to why the Dark One attacked them, to foil Dark One's plans, and also stop him from rising. Moiraine gives the group these small tokens that will come into play later. On the way, they encounter Dark Friends, who are people of the Dark Lord's army or their supporters. After some danger, they reach the town known as Baelon. This is where Rand first unknowingly channels. In Baelon, Rand meets a girl called Min who claims that she can see auras around him and everyone else, and she says that she warns him that he is in grave danger. After this, the group goes back to their inn, and since it's night, they sleep like normal humans. The boys then get a dream about a person calling himself Balsamon. He is the Dark One himself. He tells them that they must serve him, and to scare them, he breaks a rat's neck. The boys wake up from their nightmare and discover that every single rat in the inn is dead. In the morning, when they wake up, they discover that Nynaeve, the town wisdom, followed them, and she also came to Baelon, and she becomes a part of our core group. As the group is leaving the inn, they see that the inn is being burned down and that they are now being chased by Trollocs and Myrddraal. I should probably explain what Myrddraals are. Myrddraals are basically half Trolloc, half human creatures, but they're more human than they are Trolloc. Group runs and hides in this very spooky and creepy town known as Shadar Logoth. And this is an actual terrifying place, okay? This is not like one of those spooky haunted castles from Scooby-Doo. This is an actual very scary place. So here, they discover that the Trollocs and Myrddraal won't cross the town line since even they are scared of it. So you can probably imagine even the supporters of the Dark Lord are afraid of going in there, so it must be creepy. Since Matt and Rand and our protagonists are very brave, they enter the town and they hide there. Upon further exploration, they find this shadowless dude, Rand and Matt. They find this shadowless dude called Mordet who tries to capture them. But Rand and Matt escape, and Matt steals a ruby dagger from him. Friends then toughen up and enter the city, and the group realizes that they must separate and hide so that they can lose track of them, so that the Dark Friends lose track of the group. So they split into groups. Perrin and Egwene run away and they meet a guy called Elias Makera, and then they discover that this guy can speak to wolves. He tells Perrin that he has the same ability, but Perrin ignores it. Also, this is going to be kind of like a thing in these books. Like in the first few books, the characters all get a taste of their destiny and what they're supposed to do, but they pretty much ignore it because they're from small towns and they don't want to be part of something big. They just want to live their normal life. Across a group of white cloaks who think that Perrin, Egwene, and Elias are Dark Friends since they are roaming around with wolves. Perrin kills two of them and Elias escapes, and Perrin and Egwene unfortunately get captured. Let's meet up with Moiraine and Nynaeve. So Moiraine tries to convince Nynaeve that she can channel, but as I said before, she doesn't trust the Aes Sedai. People kind of don't, and I can't tell you again, major spoiler. Anyways, they try to convince Nynaeve that she can channel, and of course she denies it. Moiraine warns Nynaeve not to channel on her own as it can be very dangerous and she might die or worse. Yes, worse. Nynaeve is of course reluctant to learn. Like I said, every character gets a taste of their destiny, but they don't really want it. So anyways, she then finally agrees to go to Tar Valon. This is the place where all the Aes Sedai live and they train. And she agrees to go there and to become an Aes Sedai. Meanwhile, Moiraine tracks Perrin and Egwene by those little special tokens she gave them in the starting. Told you those would come into play later. Anyways, now let's meet up with Rand, Matt, and Thom the Gleeman. They leave on a boat owned by Bail Domon, who also claims that Trollocs are chasing after him. Domon shows them ancient artifacts, including a seal on the Dark One's prison. If you didn't know, there are in total 7 seals. They are caught by a Myrddraal, but Rand and Matt escape. But Thom stays to fight, and Matt starts to become very paranoid and doesn't trust anyone except Rand. Dark Friends continue to plague them left and right. One creature attempts to kill them, but surprise, surprise, guess what? He fails. Of course, they're the main characters, dude. You can't kill them in the start of the first book. Matt wants to kill the bad guy, but Rand convinces him not to because he doesn't want anyone's blood to be on him. Next, they meet an Ogier who is okay. Now let me explain what an Ogier is. They are basically non-humans with the ability to heal, feel, and grow things. Yeah. So now this Ogier is known as Loyal. She mistakes Rand for an Aiel, a warrior who inhabits the land east of the spine of the world, as Rand has features and characteristics that are similar to Aiel. On the journey, Rand also befriends a girl named Elaine Trakand, when he falls into the palace garden after trying to see the false dragon Logain. She helps bandage his injuries as her brother Galad calls the palace guard. Rand is then taken before the queen and her ace Seda Elida, who has a premonition that Rand is the root of all impending destruction. He is let go, but Elaine's sister, Gavin, also says that Rand looks like an AL. Now, let me explain what AL are, since these keep coming up. They are, like I said, warriors who live in the Eastland, and let me tell you something about the characteristics. These guys are usually tall and they have red hair. That's all you need to know about them. They're not the main characters right now, and they're not relevant right now. So let's continue. When the group reunites, Moiraine heals Matt's paranoia, and I guess you could say to the best of her abilities. She then further goes on to explain that this paranoia is being caused by the ruby dagger stolen by Matt. So, moral of the story, kids, don't steal because stealing is bad, and if you steal, you will get an ancient curse inflicted upon you. I'm sure that will stop at least half a person from stealing. Anyways, so then she stops the curse from being spread around the world, and we could have really used someone like her during COVID. Like, she could just stop the curse from spreading. I mean, she could. Why is Moiraine not real? Moiraine then learns that the Dark One is planning on using the Eye of the World in the Blight, a region that is corrupted by dark forces. The group heads there, which is guided by Loyal. Padan Fain also follows closely behind the group until he is captured. He is then revealed that he is a dark friend who is searching for the Dragon Reborn all along. And he was the one who brought the Trollocs to town, and he's also the one who brought Trollocs after them and the one who was chasing them. And now, woo, you found the bad guy who was sending all evil monsters after you. Congratulations! So upon entering the Blight, the group wards off evil creatures until they meet the Green Man, who is made of vines at the Eye of the World. Yeah, I know, right? Finally. The title of the book. The Eye of the World is the male accessible half of the One Power, and upon reaching there, two Forsaken named Agenor and Balthamel appear. And now these guys, surprise, surprise, attack them. Let me explain what a Forsaken is. Forsakens are former Aes Sedai who swore their oath to the Dark Lord, and now they're corrupted. Yes, they're way stronger, but they're corrupted. Their souls are corrupted. I just said corrupted a lot of times, didn't I? Anyways, and they're rotting, and now they're disgusting beings, of course. Green Man then after being chased for a while by Agenor, Rand finally reaches and meets Balsamon, aka the Dark One. He realizes that he can channel, and he cuts a black cord from the back of the man. He then gets transported back to the real world, where he finds out that the Eye of the World is not completely devoid of Sidon, and it is now filled with random objects and a broken seal from the Dark One's prison. I know, very amazing. Anyways, Loyal then plants a tree here in hopes that maybe this plant will survive the corruption. The group then leaves through an eerily silent Blight, and that's it. That's the end of book 1. We're here. Guess what? We did it! You saw the summary, and now I'm going to give my review on this book. Now I can finally get around to telling you guys how amazing I think this book is. It's filled with little classic tropes, and it's a little repetitive, with how the descriptions are there and Robert Jordan's writing style. He set out to pay homage to classic fantasy and authors like Tolkien, and I think he has achieved that, but the books, like I said, get a little repetitive, like my repetitive review. is, in my opinion, one of the greatest fantasy books ever, and it will forever be so. Robert Jordan is a fantastic author, and in my opinion, he will forever be one of the greatest authors. Is the book very long? Yes. Are there a lot of books in the series? Yes. Will this series take you a long time to read? Yes. Is it worth reading? Absolutely yes. When you start reading this book, you get transported to a magical world full of, well, magic and amazing story and amazing characters who you can care for and amazing character arcs. You will very much love this book, and I recommend this book to anyone and everyone. Now it's time to say that thing that every YouTuber and every booktuber has to say, because, well, somebody's gonna remind you. Anyways, if you like the review slash summary, please like the video and subscribe to my channel. Also, please share this with your friends and family who you wish would read, especially those who you would wish would read the Wheel of Time. I mean, I don't know if you realize, but I'm kind of a sucker for Wheel of Time, and I made the book look pretty good, and my review is pretty much in favor of it. And like I said, it is very good, and it will love it. Anyways, if you disagree with my review or any of the things I said here, please comment in the comment section and I will try to reply to you. Also, I appreciate any and all feedback, and a review of my review in the comment section will be appreciated. See what I did there? Anyways, I'm gonna end the video now. I'm gonna see you next time. Until then, peace.